Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
That breaking news, Detroit Police Chief James White calling for the suspension of several Detroit officers involved in a deadly shooting during a mental health crisis. Chief White says 2 officers and a supervisor should have had a better strategy.
It comes as new video shows the moments before that shooting. Sean Lay is live at DPD headquarters, where the chief also released the 911 call from the victim's mother. Sean.
Absolutely, Kimberly. Chief White says he has serious concerns now with the decision-making process we saw here with his officers in the shooting death of 27-year-old Kezia Miller in her home. Happened on Myers last week. Miller was on Facebook Live while those officers were called to the home. I want you to take a look at this video.
Y'all prepared to shoot because y'all want me to be a John Doe?
No, we just don't want to get hurt.
How you gonna get hurt?
I don't know, you might want to...
All y'all...
That was the very moment in that video we obtained from Metro Detroit News Instagram account of the moment that Miller was at the door and those officers made the call to rush in. She was shot and killed. Chief White says in a mental health crisis, which this was, his officers will wait it out for a safe ending. Here, they knew children were in the home. They're okay tonight. But there was also a gun near Miller. They could see the gun. Officers made that call to rush in. As you saw, 3 officers opening fire, killing Miller. She's 27 years old. Chief White says he wants 2 of those officers suspended, along with a supervisor, and a second supervisor has been put on desk duty. Here's why. The chief explains now why he's asking for those suspensions.
I have some concerns with the pace in which we moved, and I also have some supervisory concern issues. You know, I look at everything, and it's so early in the investigation that I'll have more findings when we're done here. But I've seen enough to give me pause and concern early on in what I've been shared with me from professional standards to make the decision that I've made.
Chief White said a gun in the home was recovered, but Miller did not fire the gun. The officers did fire. The chief questions if those officers on the scene there, called there by the mother of Kezia Miller, if they followed their policy of DPD in those situations, if they did everything they could before making that call, Devin and Kimberly, to go in and then use that deadly force. Back to you.
Yeah, so much still to unpack with this. Sean, we appreciate it very much. In more news tonight, a social media threat forces an Oakland County school to close its doors today.
Latest threat was against Ferndale High School, and it spurred Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard to send out a video to every single school district in the county. Mara McDonald live in Ferndale with more on the status of school. What's happening tomorrow? Open?
Devin, that's the decision. Yes, school is going to be open, and police say they have made an arrest of what they describe as a lone suspect in this case. It's a 16-year-old girl who is a student here at Ferndale High. A week has hardly gone by without a threat either being phoned in or posted to social media, which has been shutting down schools or delaying instruction. It is to the point Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard shared a video message that has been sent to every single school district in Oakland County.
We have been inundated with threats all across this county. We need every student to understand if you make a threat, whether or not you intend to carry it out, it is a crime. Every threat will be investigated, and every threat will be presented to the prosecutor. Every threat will be treated as the crime that it is.
Which means immediate expulsion and criminal charges. The sheriff is not the only one saying this. Police departments across the metro have had it with the constant threats and the fear it foments. In today's Ferndale situation, police say it is a lone suspect, and because of student privacy laws, they will not comment further. Bouchard's message was not just about punitive actions being taken, though. Take a listen.
This community has been through far too much, real and otherwise, over the past months to ever accept this kind of behavior. So please share that message with any of your friends and take this message to heart on both fronts. If you see something, hear something, say something.
Back here live. So school is a go here at Ferndale High. Tomorrow you will see a greater police presence that's just out of an abundance of caution and to try and really make people feel calm and cared for. We're live in Ferndale tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah. All right, Mara.
Well, things are back to normal at Oakland University tonight after a scare this morning on campus. Police were searching for two men with guns on campus, and the university was urging everybody to stay indoors. It started when several cars were stolen from a car dealership in Grand Blanc Township. The men got into a shootout with a security guard, then led officers on a chase. Two people abandoned a stolen car near the OU campus, then took off. Police believe the suspects were near the Meadowbrook Amphitheater. All campus activities were delayed until noon. Two men are still on the run.
We're getting a look at new video of a car crashing into a DDOT bus. This was the scene last Thursday in the area of Rosa Parks and Temple. The crash sending the bus slamming into the front yard of a home. Victor Williams live with an update on the investigation. Victor.
Yeah, Devin, this was one hectic situation. That bus ended up crashing right here, barely missing this home, but taking out a wooden gate. And this is all that's left of it right here on the side of the road. But it's what happened after the crash that really shows the strength of this community.
Somebody left the casino and was traveling up Temple here way too fast and didn't see the stop sign.
Surveillance cameras from a nearby business capture the moments a car blows through a stop sign and plows into a bus at the intersection of Rosa Parks and Temple.
There's an accident once a week here, and this guy T-boned the bus and was ejected from the vehicle, and the bus ran through people's properties, and we're lucky that it wasn't a lot more carnage in the situation.
People nearby rush out to all the damage only to find out the driver had been ejected, with the car somehow ending up on top of him.
When people realized that he was pinned under the car, everyone was on their phones calling and trying to get, rescue here. You should have seen all the people that came out to help this guy, but they couldn't lift the car off him.
It looks like the driver is obviously speeding, but whether or not he saw the stop sign is the question. From the looks of it, it may not have even been visible.
With all this overgrown shrubbery, you can't see that until it's too late, that stop sign.
Sadly, we've seen crash after crash at this intersection, something Dallas Barr knows about firsthand.
My grandfather was hit here back in 2018. There was a fatality here a year after that.
His hope is that a red light can be placed back at the intersection.
There used to be a light, they took the light out, then the casino came, and now we need a light here. This is an issue. There's no speed humps, this is a fire lane. They can't put the speed humps in, so people can go 55 miles an hour down here.
Now, the condition of the driver is unknown at this point in time, but we do want to show you guys this. Right before the stop sign, there is this stop ahead sign. But once again, that stop sign down at the intersection where all of this took place is barely visible, at least from the street. For now, we are reporting live in Corktown. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Problem. All right, Victor.
University of Michigan Public Safety Department is investigating a troubling on-campus assault. The reported assault happened on North Campus near Bates Field. A man reportedly grabbed a student's arm and accosted her with anti-Semitic remarks. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live on campus tonight with reaction. Rod.
Yeah, good evening, Kimberly. This is near the area near Bates Field. It's this walkway that the young woman was walking on. It's actually fairly busy, although there aren't any people out here right now. But what happened here is that she was walking this way, the guy was coming this way, and he changed her world. The report came into U of M Public Safety Saturday. The young woman walked on the path between Bates Housing and the Stearns building. A young man allegedly approached her, grabbed her arm, made anti-Semitic remarks, and then released her. Ella Peters told Local 4 one of her friends ended up on the receiving end.
She said it's something she's trying to take in stride, but it definitely was something that was upsetting to her.
She said it's not the first time her friend has heard hateful things like this before.
Because it seems like it would be an environment that's very accepting, but unfortunately things like this still happen here.
The victim told campus police the suspect is a college-aged white male, about 5'10", with brown hair, wearing a red and black shirt, blue jeans, gray shoes, and a U of M baseball hat. Public Safety saying, quote, "We encourage community members to be extra vigilant and aware of their surroundings when walking around. Trust your intuition. Choose an alternative if a situation makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. We also recommend walking with a friend or coworker and avoiding isolated areas," end quote. U of M student Samuk Markad called the incident unfortunate.
It seems like a much more accepting community, so it's quite sad and I would say shocking a bit.
Now, there's a lot more to the investigation. They just don't want to put out too much information right now. But they are saying that if, in fact, there are charges in an arrest, it is likely that assault and also ethnic intimidation could be the charges. They're saying this is very serious business. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, thanks. Time now for a check of the forecast, and we are expecting a little bit of snow this week.
Kim's here with a look at what we could expect, and that comes with colder weather too, right, Kim?
It does. When I start wearing a throw blanket with a belt, you know it's going to be, well, the higher the turtleneck goes, the colder it's going to be. We've got mostly cloudy skies right now. Temperatures are in the 30s. I had to do a double take at the Skycam because the sun sets so early now, but it is indeed dark. And in fact, that sun sets earlier and earlier up until December 21st. 38 now at City Airport, 36 in Pontiac, 34 in Mount Clemens. We do have some snow headed our way. It will be rather light. The ground is still very warm, so when it hits the ground, most of it will melt. The majority of the snow will go from Grand Rapids up into the Thumb and then northward toward Traverse City. But around here, wouldn't be surprised if we picked up an inch on some of the grassy areas, maybe a little bit more than that out in Howell. I'll have more on that in the main forecast. But right now, tomorrow's looking like a rain-snow mix in the morning, but it will change over to a light snow shower after sunset tomorrow. And then it gets really cold. Quick peek at this temperature trend. These are the highs, only in the 30s. More on the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Kim, still to come. A big giveaway this week in Detroit to help families in need for Thanksgiving.
But first, with many of us feeling blue after the time change, there are many ways to cope. What about those light therapy lamps? Do they really help? We'll talk about that when we come back.